Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about building a business with God. If you are a Christian entrepreneur, you should be incorporating God in everything you do when it comes to business. God shouldn't just be somebody that you call on Sunday, that you go praise and worship on Sunday. If you are doing business and you want to do business successfully, you have to incorporate God in your business. My first business that became successful was only successful because I included God in my business endeavors. The first thing that I had to do when I was building a business and I decided that I wanted to make Jesus Lord over my business, this is what I had to do. Repentance was the first thing I had to do. God, forgive me for not treating this as I should have treated it, for treating it as a side hustle, for not honoring you in my business, for not doing what you call me to do in my business. Repentance. So if you're somebody and you know you got to make it right with the Lord, first thing you want to start off is repentance. The second thing you want to do is to make sure you incorporate prayer in your business. I am somebody, I don't pray and ask God for clients, customers, money. The only thing that I pray about is wisdom. God, give me wisdom, because if I have wisdom, I'll get the clients, I'll get the customers, I'll make the money, I'll hit the sales goal. So praying for wisdom. So making sure you start your day early in the morning, asking for wisdom. How do you want me to go and navigate about this day? God, make me a solutionist in the earth. Who needs what I have? So number 2 is prayer, incorporating prayer in your business plan. Before I meet with clients, I'll pray. Before I go out to do deals or anything like that, I make sure that I spend time in prayer. Another thing that you want to incorporate is surrendering. And you can go to Luke 5 for this with Simon Peter. Here in Luke 5, Simon Peter literally was toiling all night with the other fishermen. And so Jesus gets into his boat. When Jesus gets into Simon Peter's boat, that represents a surrendering. That was Simon Peter saying, hey, I surrender my economy, I surrender my business, I surrender my sales, I surrender all of this to you, my finances, all of this to you. So when Jesus got in the boat, it represents a surrendering. So let me ask you a question. Have you made Jesus Lord over your business? Have you made Jesus Lord over your finances, over your sales? So once Jesus gets into the boat and he gives Simon Peter instructions on what to do. Simon Peter is thinking with his head knowledge, but Master, we've toiled all night. Simon Peter is thinking from the aspect of, I'm a fisherman, I'm trained, I understand. What Simon Peter didn't realize is that Jesus was telling him, do it again, this time with me in the boat. I know you toiled all night. I know that y'all been fishing and y'all think there's no fish in, but if I'm in the boat, I'm going to guarantee you fish. I'm going to guarantee you the net breaking harvest. So Simon Peter put his pride to the side and had enough sense to say, nonetheless, Master, I'm going to go. And when he did what Jesus told him to do, he received the net breaking blessing. And it wasn't just for him, it's for all those other fishermen out there. So that can go into our next one, which is obedience. Once you allow Jesus to be Lord over the economy, over the business, over the finances, over the clients, all of that stuff, now you have to do what he's telling you to do. If you don't know what God is saying to you in this season in regards to your business, then that means you got to stop trying to promote and stop trying to do everything to make the business work, but put some time aside and go into prayer and say, God, I need you. Show me the strategy. Show me what I need to do. Do you know that God can give you strategy in marketing? Did you know that God can give you strategy when closing deals? Did you know God can give you strategy when working with a difficult client or customer? Do you know God can give you strategies about how to leadership and everything that you need in your business is available to you, but you just need the wisdom. You just need the wisdom. And then, of course, Simon Peter, he had to do what God was telling him to do. You can even bring in the widow woman. The widow woman was a woman who didn't even pray. She bypassed prayer and she went to Elisha. That's in 2 Kings chapter 4. She went past prayer. She went to Elijah and she says, My kids are about to be sold into slavery, and I need a way of an escape. I need a way out. What should I do? And then Elisha said to her, what's in your house? So I want to pose that question to you. What's in your house? Are you good at braiding? Are you good at baking cakes? Are you good at making pies? What are you good at doing accounting? What's in your house? Ponder that. Take that with you and think about it. What is in my house that I already have that all I need to do is monetize? All I need to do is get it to the forefront. Other people can see it, and then I can make money. But going back to the widow woman, Elisha gave her a set of instructions. He asked her the question, what's in your house? She says, nothing much, just some oil. She didn't realize that the oil could be multiplied. She deemed it as something little, but the oil had the ability to be multiplied, right? So then he says, go borrow some vessels, not just as few, just get as many as you can get you and your sons. And so she does that, and then she goes back to the Elisha, and he says, what I need you to do is I need you to sell them. This is going to help you pay off your debt, and then you can live off the rest. She walked in there as a widow woman and left an entrepreneur. But she wouldn't have been the entrepreneur if she didn't do what he told her to do. He said to fill these jars up, and then to make money off of them, you got to go sell them. You got to go do what I tell you to do. So when you get a download in prayer, when God is telling you what to do, you got to move. You cannot sit in procrastination. Procrastination will keep you poor. And when I say poor, it means passing over opportunities repetitively. And it will also keep you in a place of poverty. This woman had to come out of poverty. So she couldn't procrastinate. She had to move. So if you're building a business with God, you got to remember repentance, surrendering, is he Lord over the business? And then you want to make sure, obedience. And then you got to take action. You got to move and you got to take action. So when you are building a business with God, you got to make sure that you are incorporating God in all your business endeavors. You do not have to do this alone. He is your provider. He is your wise counsel. He is your CEO, your CFO, whatever you call him is who he'll be to you. So if you want to build a successful business with God, you got to incorporate him in all that you do. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get more into building a business with God. We're going to get more into becoming a successful entrepreneur. I'm going to share a lot of my stories of how I literally was living in a hotel to God allowing my business to be successful and put me in a luxury apartment in Atlanta and all of that type of stuff. We'll get into that. But we got to build the foundation. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.